Right, boys and girls, this is the last drawing that we're going to do for the term. This is term 1, week 4, and it's a vanishing point, or some textbooks call it a perspective drawing. There's two names for it. Let's start by looking at this train. It looks as if the train is very small and it becomes bigger as it comes closer to you. Now my question is the train ever growing in size, or is it just the way we see the train? The answer is, it is the way we see the train. If we should draw a line from where the train is coming to where the train is going, you would see that the lines start very small and close to each other, and they grow as the train comes closer to you. Now, if we should take away the train and we should draw the lines in where the train should have been, and we draw the blocks as if the train is there. What I mean is like this, there's another block, and you take out the lines where the train comes from. What you actually have there is a vanishing point drawing. It is a 3D sketch that looks as if it's going into the picture, into the page. This is what you're going to learn to draw. How are we going to do this? Before we start, we should look at what you've learned last week. You've learned a 3D sketch that looks like the one at the bottom left here. You're going to learn the 3D sketch that looks like the one on the top right. It's as if the 3D sketch is moving closer to each other as it's going into the page. How are we going to do this? Step 1 is you draw a dot. Your dot can be drawn anywhere on the page, but where you put your dot, that's going to influence what your drawing looks like, okay? Step 2, you draw your front view sketch of whatever it is you're drawing. We're drawing a triangle. Then you draw lines from the triangle to the dot, okay? And then after that, you draw how deep you want your picture or your thing to be. I've drawn it there. I wipe out the lines that goes to the dot. I put some detail in by step 6, and there we have it. A 3D triangle that looks as if it's going into the page. What did I draw here? In step 7, you can maybe see that this looks like a roof of a house. So you can draw the bottom part of the house. You can draw some trees. And if you look at step 6, and step 7, it's the house's roof. So there we go. Now you know how to draw a vanishing point sketch. I want you to stop the video here if you haven't done the work that you need to do for this week yet. And if you have done the work, you can turn to the memo. At the top of the memo, you will see the cube that you needed to draw. Now, I've put my dot right at the back of the cube. You could have put your dot on the left or the right. It doesn't really matter, but it does influence the way your drawing works, okay? The hospital at the bottom, I've decided I want to put my dot on the right-hand side. Then all my lines will move to the right-hand side, and in the end, my hospital will look as if it's moving into the page on the right-hand side. The train I'm not going to draw or show you what you should draw. This is the challenge for the children who are really good at these drawings, who enjoy them. I want you to challenge yourself by seeing if you can draw that train in a vanishing point sketch. Use your imagination. That's what I'm challenging you with. And that is it. You are not going to learn any new drawings after this. So you've got your working sketch, your 3D, and your vanishing points. Have a good week.